Howdy there champs, and welcome to the show. Now earlier this year I reviewed the ASUS TP200 2-in-1 laptop, and that thing for its price was phenomenal. It's definitely the best entry-level laptop or 2-in-1 you could get. It had aluminium top, had USB Type-C, things unheard of at its price. So you can check out that review if you want. But this thing here, the ASUS Zenbook Flip UX360, is its, you could say, more powerful, more luxurious sort of brother or sister. Now these things come in at around $14.99 Australian retail. You can get it from JB, Bing Lee, the asus.com.au shop. Pick them up in the US around under 1,900, something like that, and around about the same in pounds. Now for that price, it's pretty hard to match this 2-in-1 here, this laptop, for just features, build quality. And if you compare it to something like Apple's MacBook or Apple's MacBook Pro, the 13 non-touch model, this thing is much better and it's a much more affordable, and it's built just as well, and it's a much better laptop, and you get the bonus of the tablet 2-in-1 features. Its build quality is superb. I don't know if you can see it. It has like a swirling pattern on its brushed aluminium lid, and its color is gorgeous. It looks grey sometimes it looks like a grey with a burgundy in it, and you'll also see these sort of luxurious hinges here. They're sort of like a brassy rose gold sort of colour there, and it makes this laptop look like it's two-toned. It really is classy, elegant and luxurious. It's actually luxurious. That's a great word to use. All aluminium construction there. Fit and finish is superb. And I can tell you now, from owning ASUS laptops myself, this old clunker here, my Chromebook, I use this every single day. My son jumps up and down on it. He's attacked it. Believe me, he's like, I don't know, 14 kilos or something like that. ASUS make tough, robust, quality laptops. And this ASUS Zenbook Flip UX360 is no exception. And of course, being a 2-in-1, you have all the options of tent mode. And as you can see here, the keyboard is disabled once you flip over. You can use it as a tablet there. And one thing that's good, even though it has the power button on the side of the tablet there, it doesn't switch on or off. And one thing great about this, I've used a lot of 2-in-1s, this one always works. Sometimes when you flip them over, they don't work or they take a long time to work. This always works. I've never had a problem with it. Tablet mode, tent mode, whichever way you want to use it, it's going to work. And there you go, it's back in keyboard mode. So it has great versatility of being able to be used as a tablet or just have it in presentation mode or whatever mode you want, and there's no compromises. It works as well as a tablet as it does a laptop, and some 2-in-1s you can't say that, and that's because it's only 13.9 millimeters thick and 1.3 kilos. If you get any heavier than this, you can't really use them as a tablet that much, but this one you can use as a tablet. Now, as I said, it has those classy sort of rose gold hinges there, and they're built tough. They've been tested up to 20,000 opens and closes, and they're durable. You can see how tough they are. You can see the quality in them. And because they're rose gold and you have this sort of burgundy sort of grey look to the device, you get that beautiful, expensive two-tone look, which a lot of luxury stuff has, like, say, for example, Rolex watches. You see their expensive watches, they have that two-tone look, that luxurious two-tone look, and this 2-in-1 has that look. So you can really spec this out. You can get some powerful performance there, and that's why it's much better than the MacBook, because of the performance you can get. We're talking you can have i7 16 gig RAMs and 512 gigabyte SSD. It has an M.2 SSD in it. This model here is an Intel i5 6200U Skylake, clocked at 2.3 gigahertz, Intel 520 graphics. I'll get to performance later. This has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte M.2 SSD, has a HD webcam, 57 watt hour battery. So this thing is going to perform much better than a M processor based 2-in-1 or laptop, like, say, for example, the MacBook, and much cheaper also. And it looks as good. It looks actually classier and more expensive and luxurious too. And the keyboard is great too. You have all these manufacturers claiming as they make their laptops thinner, you have to compromise on your keyboard. Not with this. 1.5 millimeters travel on this keyboard. It's a really great keyboard. You're going to have no complaints with this keyboard. Definitely one of the best keyboards you'll get on something so thin. Trackpad too. The trackpad really works well. Sometimes it would miss my gesture, but it's very smooth and it's not too small being such a small laptop. The trackpad does work well and you won't have a complaint with that either. So it's all aluminium underside, lid and palm rest. And on the underside you have that long vent and the 2 speakers are there. On the left hand side you have USB 3, the vent, the volume rocker, the power button. And on the right hand side you have full size SD card, headphone microphone jack, USB Type C, full size HDMI port and another USB 3. So definitely loaded with ports there, especially compared to the MacBook. Now sound is actually really good too. You would expect on such a small laptop you're not going to get great speakers. They're Harman & Kardon tuned speakers, so just having that brand behind them gives them a bit of credibility there, and they've done a good job on the speakers there. They're not the loudest speakers out there, but they're not tinny. I didn't get any distortion, so I'm very happy to report that, and they'll be fine for pretty much everywhere you go, apart from some really crowded places where you might struggle to hear them there. But I'm happy with the sound on these. The display, you can get up to a QHD display, touch display of course, because it's a 2-in-1, and you're getting 72% of NTSC color gamut there. IPS Technology, because LG own the trademark IPS, so it's obviously not a LG panel, but it's IPS Technology. This is a full HD display. You can probably see here, the colors are rich, deep, great viewing angles. The touch works well on it. The clarity of the text is really good. In actual fact, I've just questioned whether you need the QHD. This is such a great display, and being full HD, you don't have to scale anything, and you get the extra bonus of extra battery life with the full HD display. So I'd probably stick with the 1080p. It's good enough for, doing Photoshop. It's color accurate enough to do Photoshop, video editing. I mean, if you're a colorist, you're not going to use this. Just for normal consumers or, YouTube stuff and that, this display is more than good enough for all your needs. And it's 60 Hz too. So a good display in this. But if you want that extra clarity and extra sharpness of the QHD model, you have that option there too. And it's 13.3 inch, so it's a good size to have a full HD panel that you don't have to scale. Battery life, it has a 57 watt hour battery, and as you can see here, the power brick is tiny and it's actually built into the plug itself, so that's a great idea. I think claims up to 12 hours battery life. I was getting 8 hours, pretty much all day battery life out of this, general productivity, web surfing and so on. So I'm happy with the battery life on this. Anything over 7-8 hours, that's all day to me. I don't sit on my laptop for more than that a day. So unless you're a really heavy user, this is all day battery life there. Now performance, as you would expect with a Skylake i5-6200U, you get great performance. It is a 15 watt part, so it's not a 45 watt part as you would get in a bigger 13-inch laptop, but performance is still great for everything you're going to be using this for. And this isn't aimed for gamers or anything like that. You're not going to be gaming on it. You can play your casual games, Football Manager. You can even play Civilization 6 on it. It's not meant for those AAA titles. It's made for those casual games, your Minecraft, Dota 2 and, stuff like that. Nothing heavy, but it will play those casual games no problem. It doesn't get hot. I never felt any heat at all. It has a whisper quiet fan. You can hear it. It just has a little hum, like it's sort of like a little buzz. You can just hear it, but it never really got hot and cranked up really loud. The fan noise is very good, and the thermals are well controlled in this. And there are a lot of laptops I've reviewed that have louder fans than this, I can tell you now. Its performance for anything else is fantastic. For anything that this laptop is aimed for, like Photoshop, no problems. Light video editing, 1080p, no problems. Productivity, Word, Excel, whatever. It's going to crush those sort of applications. Web surfing, YouTube, 4K content it even plays. It has great performance, especially when you consider it's a 2-in-1 and you can use it as a tablet. I mean, there's not many tablets with this sort of performance. So overall, my conclusion is this is a fantastic device. I recommend it very highly. If you're looking at that sort of $900 US or $1,500 Australian, you want a 2-in-1, you should definitely check one of these out. It looks classy, that beautiful finish it has, it looks luxurious. You really will get comments on this. It's just a great laptop, and the versatility of being a 2-in-1 and tablet, and it works well in either mode. Not all 2-in-1s do work that well in either mode. I can tell you now, it's just almost perfection when it comes to 2-in-1s. And it's ASUS, so it's built to last. So there you have it, the ASUS Zenbook Flip UX360. What a great 2-in-1. I'd like to thank all you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, why not subscribe? I've got lots more tech content coming soon. And until next time, guys, tally ho.